stood where shadows long did creep. A gentle hand, a heart so deep. In her eyes the storm did glide, yet with her love the waves did ride. The irons curse, the darkness claim, could not undo her endless flame. She poured the waters soft and true, to cleanse the wound, to make it new. A woman's heart, a river's might. She quells the storm, she brings the light. And as the iron breaks and dies, her love will lift the broken sky. Whose tree once bloomed for many years, with golden eyes and sharpened claws. Once mole is caught, he cannot hide. Not thy face do I reflect, but the shadow of coming days. A secret that ripens in silence, like a seed in time's embrace. You see not the wish you hunger, but the shape you are fated to be. Not passion nor fleeting desire, but will in eternity's key.
But the journey is not quick, simple, or easy. The logs must be snaked out by big tractors and loaded onto heavy trucks, or dragged by the tractors out to the edge of the clearing where they can be picked up and carried overhead toward the railroad. The logs look small as they swing easily through the air. Notice the big tongs, like ice tongs, that are used in lifting and moving the logs, and the booms that swing the logs onto the flat cars. But with the arrival of the logs at the railroad, a second part of the log's journey to the mill has begun. Trees that were living and growing a few days before are now on their way to be sawn into lumber. These coast redwoods are used for lumber, but there is another species of redwood which is not. It is the redwood of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The scientific name for both is sequoia, the name of a famous Cherokee Indian. The Sierra redwood is even bigger than the coast redwood. It grows to be as much as 40 feet thick at the base, and it lives longer. It may live to be 4,000 years old. Redwoods are today native only to California and a small section of Oregon. But thousands of years ago, they were to be found throughout Europe and Asia. They grew in countries that are now cold, but were at one time warm. Places like Alaska, Iceland, and Greenland. Their history goes back millions of years to the time of the dinosaurs. But here at the sawmill, the redwoods are just big logs that have to be unloaded into the mill pond. And the straight arm that is used in football is found here to be simple and efficient. Trainload after trainload comes to the mill to meet the huge demand for redwood in this country and abroad. The demand for a wood that will not rot, that termites will not eat, that fire cannot easily burn. Into the mill pond they go, one huge log after another, each one meeting the demand for a wood with its special advantages. Here are the timbers that won't rot in wet mines, or the railroad ties that won't catch fire when burning cinders fall on them. And here is a mill where the logs are brought from the forest and stored in a mill pond where they can be easily moved.